All right, what's going on, y'all? Today we got the end of FaZe Clan got even worse. Let's get into it,
So
man.
there's
As y'all
definitely
know,
been a lot
FaZe
going
been
on
going
with FaZe
through it.
Clan over the past few days, and it's pretty safe to say that it's official.
They got this
Yo,
nigga Silky on the
came
Pooh
after all of the
Shiesty
members
jail
abruptly announced
fucking
via Twitter
phone
that they
call
were
screen.
leaving,
Nigga playing
which
his Iron
initially caught
Mouse.
everyone off
Iron
guard
Mouse. Why they
because
ain't had that
didn't
nigga in
have any
person?
insight at all on this situation.
I have no
until
idea what's
Fatboy
actually going
Max's
on.
cousin, also known as Fatboy Dip, went live and explained how FaZe was trying to charge Max $20,000 or 20% of his revenue just to be able to stay in the guest house.
I'll give you one part. Gang, you see that little townhouse?
All I know is that Banks called that man a filthy, dirty nigga when they got mad at him. I've been seeing some stuff on Twitter, but I really don't know what's going on.
They tried to make that pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck? Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck?
So this is when everyone started to realize that whatever problems were going on with FaZe Clan probably had something to do with some sort of money. That became even more apparent after it was revealed that FaZe Banks, the former CEO of FaZe Clan, sold off his stake in FaZe to a company known as Hardscope, which is owned by Matt Kalish, who's one of the co-founders of the popular gambling app known as DraftKings. And according to Matt in a recent interview with Bloomberg, after investing about $18 million in the FaZe, he came to the conclusion that the financial structure of the company was unsustainable, and according to FaZe Banks, he was right. You see, after all of these members started announcing their departure and Max's cousin went live and made these claims about Max having to pay 20% of his revenue or $20,000, this led to Banks making a post to Twitter saying that he had nothing to do with anything that was going on, which obviously nobody believed. And because no one believed that post at all, that all led to him making
that Matt Callis nigga just got Aiden Ross level Jew in his head hitting the Birdman emo. All he thinking about is money. He on his Mr. Krabs shit.
Boys were just fake towards each other. They didn't really like each other. Also talking about
they should have put them boys in 360 deals like Tfue. Y'all missed your chance saying that nobody had a contract because of the Tfue stuff. And now y'all ain't making money. Now y'all mad.
According to Banks,
I met this nigga Banks. He was so cool. But he would have called me a nigga.
Was crazy. Getting everything for free.
Truthfully and honestly, I find you guys all to be incredibly ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos. And I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach that your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer and your community included is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actors on planet Earth and you've made a complete career out of all of it. I believe these guys have had to have probably made like 20 million in the last 2 years collectively, I would guess. And not $1 of that 20 million has ever gone back to FaZe, never mind me. Even if it did ever go back to FaZe, that shit, it's not mine.
Now this video actually only made things a lot worse for FaZe because this entire situation started to get a whole lot messier after Banks made this Twitter post. Unfortunately, this whole thing went from being
Max, it's all your fault! It's all your fault, Max. This nigga was the starting domino. Just a fucking domino effect. He left, just destroyed the org.
All started during
Max was the glue.
Where he was addressing the reasons
two-way glue guy, 2K25.
And during that stream, he pulled up the tweet where Banks alleged that he had nothing to do with the downfall of FaZe, and after pulling that tweet up, he started laughing at it. And really throughout most of that stream, he was just throwing all types of hints about why he left FaZe, and people concluded that the person he was talking about was no other than FaZe Banks.
It's just a little bit sad that there's so many predatory people in his business, as well as people that really will pitch a life in a certain way and have totally,
bro, this shit's draining him, bro.
Opposite intentions.
This nigga's soul is gone. Nigga, it done aged 5 years in the past 2.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, that didn't end there at all for Max or Banks because they continued to exchange words via Twitter, and this was mostly due to Max's cousin Fatboy Dip continuing to expose or try to expose Banks, claiming that things were much worse than we all knew between him and Max. He stated that Banks was trying to do crazy deals with big companies behind Max's back, and apparently one day while they were in the middle of an argument during their fallout, Banks even went as far to call Max the N-word.
You see how Max is a partner of Spotify, right? He did not have that sponsorship at first. FaZe did. And this is how it happened. They redid Max's house, right? Redid his shit. And they're like, yo, can we put up the Spotify shit for this video? It's sponsored. Max is like, yeah, whatever, that's cool. After the video, I'm like, yo, take that shit down. You're not getting paid, nigga.
This nigga told
He
Max to
started
off
saying, "Nah,
himself
this
if
shit
he ever
hard.
need to go to
Bro, like,
Banks
that shit
for
just look good and make it
advice.
official, bro, to Spotify.
He is funny as fuck.
This shit look official. Little dude, we know they're selling his identity without letting him know. We only
Later on down the road,
FaZe.
this nigga right here
He
gonna
got
have
this deal with
documentaries
Spotify
about
that
how
dropped
this
FaZe
kickstarted
and gave
his
it to
streaming
Max.
career.
Guess how much this was?
Because a lot of niggas ain't know about
400
Morgan until
grand
right
for
now.
5 months. He was about to run off a half to take it off. When Max left, he called him like, "Yo, bro, why you leaving? Why you leaving?" He was giving all the reason. He's like, "Yo, bro, the last reason for real was you called me a." You know what this response was like? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? What? What? And he's like, "Bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know you said that shit. I know you said that shit." He's like, "Bro, I was angry, da-da-da, but keep it a buck, bro. That's not the reason you left FaZe. Keep it a buck. Don't put that on me, bro. You know I'm going through a lot, bro. You know I love you. You're going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. Don't put that on me, bro." Max like, "Yo, bro, I'm not going to expose that shit. Like, it don't matter. Like, I'm going to take that on the chin. I don't
Morgan
care,
said,
bro.
"Fuck that nigga, I'ma do it."
But you said that shit." He's like, "If I did, it wasn't on no racist shit, bro. Like."
So of course, with allegations like that being thrown around, Banks will once again take to Twitter, posting another 20-minute long video talking about why Max left FaZe. And in this video, he did actually admit to saying the N-word. He also talked about the relationship
Dude,
he had with Max.
I'm from the MLG era. Everybody's so soft. We used to all say it. That lame ass shit, bro.
The fact that Max wanted to rejoin FaZe Clan about a month
every
ago,
black
and with
person
this,
that's
he
watching the
went on to
video,
show
you
some
know
DMs between him and Max.
that
I think they were just
at a certain point you start getting a sixth sense. You start getting a radar for niggas that just say that shit. Nigga, Adapt said it. I mean,
as it goes for this word that I said, first of all, I didn't say this targeted toward you. This wasn't said in any sort of racist connotation. I said,
and then niggas like Aiden Ross jumping to this nigga defense,
said,
or FaZe Clicks dad, or well, just Clicks dad.
34-year-old man child, and I have many, many flaws, and I'm an idiot for saying that. But bro, stand on. If you really have a problem with that, then why has it not been a problem for the last 5 months? I've said all this directly to him. And Max, for you to like treat me like this,
been calling him a nigga for 5 months,
like a mentor, asking for advice, make me feel like we're totally 100% cool, and then do this today, you have completely proven my point, my friend. I can't believe you went live and really said, "I left FaZe and y'all were on me and it was a right decision or whatever." Bro, a month ago, you asked to join back. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but it's convenient for you to say it now.
So in the eyes of the internet, that just ended up making Max look bad. It seemed like he was just possibly trying to hate farm Banks or blame Banks for some weird reason, which all led to Max having to respond to these claims himself on Twitter. And in his response, he basically said that Banks was just taking advantage of him in a moment of vulnerability, because during this time he was in the hospital and he was just super sad and depressed.
They got Twitter Premium using his notes,
calling him a liar. They just continued to go back and forth for like an entire day. It was just a very messy situation that I'm sure everyone wanted to avoid happening, but unfortunately, Max's cousin didn't stop
getting called nigga by the evil overlord.
Banks, which even led to Fat Boy Dip putting out another allegation on
Banks Netanyahu,
alleging that
Ricky
Banks
Netanyahu
was allegedly having relations with the famous TikToker Charlie D'Amelio when she was just 17 years old.
Put it on God. You wasn't fucking Charlie D'Amelio when she was 18. And I want to take that a step further. Put it on God, you ain't fucked that bitch when she was 17. Now, gang, I did a little something. Like, I see she's from Massachusetts, too. Like, you slid in her shit. Like, yo, I miss home, too. Like, I want to know how you...
This nigga finna get SS plus tier fucking Jews on his ass. Nigga above Aiden Ross. He finna get the real deal Netanyahu's on him. Yeah, that's GG, bro. Morgan,
Twitter drama.
GG,
so
bro.
Something like this is
you ain't gonna have nothing. Max ain't gonna have nothing. You just cooked yourself and your cousin.
Banks would do once again via Twitter. And in that response, he talked about how disgusting it was that someone would even attach his name to something like this.
Nigga finna have Elon Musk on his ass. GG's, bro. He finna get sent to Guantanamo Bay.
Because of this allegation and a couple other allegations that's been put on his name within the past few days, Banks finally decided that it was time to take legal action against Flatboy Max's team. Now, outside of the whole Max and Banks back and forth that just got very messy, on the bigger side of things, FaZe Clan was still crumbling. At this point, literally every single FaZe member has left the organization. I don't think there's anyone left. And I'm not just talking about the newer members or the quote-unquote new FaZe members. I'm talking about the OGs from Swag to Apex to even FaZe Rug. Literally everyone who was once a part of this great organization all parted ways with the company. And this was really a shocker because I never thought I'd see the day that Rug would actually leave FaZe. I mean, obviously he's big enough to the point where he doesn't need FaZe at all. But even through all of the BS that's been going on with the company over the last however many years, Rug has always stayed solid and weathered the storm, just doing his own thing, making great content over the years. So it was definitely surprising to see not only him,
no
but
more
leave as well.
I can't do it no more.
A little earlier today, the 6 members
Pooh Shiesty on a jail call for the XXL freestyle
departure away from FaZe. And to be honest, it was kind of underwhelming.
Chrome on the hoodie.
They still couldn't really say too much
cool
due to all
nigga.
of them still being under contracts. But they did mention that nothing was going to change amongst the group. All of them were still planning to do content together, just not under the name FaZe. After this, they all went back to their regular setups to do more of a personal stream and talk about some things with their own communities.
Bro, this shit gotta be
the
the ultimate depression
for all of the members
for a dab. Nigga is nothing without FaZe.
Been a part of FaZe for the last 14 years of his
FaZe
life.
is
He's another person who's
like,
been there through all the ups and the downs. And
like
this
this shit been a part of this nigga entire everything.
The one silver lining to this is I can't look back at this and say that I didn't try.
Nah, that's some whole ass shit. I shouldn't say he ain't nothing without FaZe, but shit, FaZe all he knows.
I did try for FaZe to keep it alive and keep it something that was cool and something that people wanted to be a part of. You know what I mean? Like, I tried so hard. I was the only one trying sometimes, you know? And it just got to a point where it's like, bro. And I would have like epiphanies throughout the year where I would just like be in a room and it would be like people arguing or this person in FaZe arguing and this like person on this side is arguing and I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, why am I still here?
Now, like I said, that wasn't the only one who had emotional moments. All 6 of them spoke with their communities, but I wanted to highlight Ron specifically because I think outside of Adapt within this whole little new FaZe group, Ron is the only one who's been here for a while now. So he also took the time to just talk about
Bro, this
some of the things that
nigga
was
flipped
going
this shit on his head. Flip the fucking award. This nigga funny as fuck. When I first found out about Ron,
each other and not
that nigga had me rolling.
Like that.
Us saying we hated Max when he left. I was upset. Everyone was upset. But no, it was never hate. It was just sad. And we figured that out internally. I also see a thing that says Max wanted to join back FaZe. I told Max he shouldn't join back FaZe. And I called him before this to confirm this. And he agreed. He shouldn't join back FaZe because of all the hate that he got when he left. I did not want him to get hate rejoining. I did not want people to think that he needed us. And I did not want people to think that he got forced into this, that he felt bad. I told Max, and we sat there in the hospital, and I told him, always believe in yourself, etc. I'll always defend you. I'll always.
That's how you know this nigga fuck with him for real, because I know that he had to pay more to live at that crib
I wanted him to
when he left.
Because I knew there were still problems internally with each other, with everything else.
Everybody had to pitch in more.
Now, on the bright
when
side,
the golden boy left, multi-millionaire, the big PBM,
anyone who's
don't play with him.
He's at any point of their lives. On the bright side, we did get confirmation that this FaZe group that we've all grown accustomed to over the last 2 years was still going to be doing content together, as I said, just not under the name FaZe. They promised that the content was going to remain the same and that nothing was going to change amongst the group. And not only that, but according to the official FaZe Twitter and FaZe Kson as well, who also left the company today too, even though FaZe is seemingly no longer a thing on the content and streaming side, the esports side of FaZe Clan will continue running as normal, which is pretty good news for anyone who enjoys watching the FaZe esports teams.
With our group, but at the same time, I'm also not going to abandon FaZe Esports, and I'm making that very clear that it is a separate entity. People were worried that there was going to be a massive impact on the FaZe Esports side, and I'm here to tell you guys that there is going to be no impact whatsoever to FaZe Esports. The CS team is fine. Our Call of Duty team, who has also an incredible owner in Paul Hamilton, who is one of the greatest greatest esports owners in the industry.
Now, for the very sad ending to close this chapter out, after everyone made their announcements about leaving FaZe, Banks would officially announce via Twitter that this was the end of FaZe as we know it, and how he plans to just give up and quit. In my opinion, I think this all ended rather terribly, and it was no return.
It's a bit of an understatement.
That jump ship as well, which is very unfortunate because you would think with all of this kind of happening before back in the past with FaZe, they would have some type of way to handle this whole situation better.
Nigga had no backup plan. They need Batman. No contingency. No contingency plan.
As a group, they've won Org of the Year back-to-back years. They're coming off of great subathons where every member hit over 100,000 subscribers. I mean, literally,
that nigga Banks been wearing chrome since he was like a kid. Why does he need more money off niggas that
FaZe Clan has
actually
once again ended?
Why does anybody that's rich need more money? Power, nigga.
No return. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is you guys' opinion.
Right.
So with that,
all right, Bando, we're gonna have to stop you there. Fuck with your videos, man, but you don't get outro, I get outro. This has been the end of FaZe Clan. Got even worse, man. Appreciate y'all for watching this far into the video. If you did make it this far, check out my stream every once in a while. All my links are in the description down below. dlahnz on everything. Appreciate y'all for watching the video, man. Peace out.